Start the live.
If a man should provide, protect, and lead, what should a woman do? Because
Run to the checker fan, run through the real light twin. Can't be good, it won't pull over till I'm dead right. Ride to the sunrise.
What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? Let me stop having this music playing. Probably in got a little strike or something. Yo, man, YouTube, y'all gotta come through for me, man. I need YouTube to show up.
Run to the
What up, y'all? What's going on?
if a man should provide, protect, and lead,
Man, trying to set this up on all these platforms, y'all. What up? All my peoples, what's going on, y'all? I got a good gun question for y'all tonight, man. I have a good gun question for y'all tonight. My bad, I was trying to set up the live on here and on Instagram. But one of the things I was curious about, I'm good, I'm good. How are you? How are you? Um, and cause obviously if y'all follow us, y'all know we do a lot of gun content. And it's crazy because we do a lot of gun content. And one of the things that I'm noticing, what up, y'all? What up? Come on, y'all. Let's get back at it. Darren, what up? What's up? What's up? So, man, I know how it is. I gotta keep my energy up. The live is gonna keep me going. Um, so I got a question for a lot of the people. What? Because everybody, we always talk about training, right? We're always talking about training. Yeah, Dave, I'm back in Philly. Of course, the Sully, you supposed to tap in, bro. Sully, what the hell, bro? Sully, click the link, fam. Sully, you supposed to be on here with me. I'm not sure how that works, but hold on, I don't know. What the hell? Hey, Sully, I'm trying to say, I don't know. You're supposed to be on here with me, bro. Hold on, wait, hold on. Oh, Sully, hold on. I'm about to send that joint to you right now, bro. Accept this thing, Sully. What up, y'all? What up? Instagram was acting up. but we doing it on both Instagram and YouTube. Sully, I just sent you the link. Check your text, bro. Now I can hear you because I heard you tab in. It's good, y'all. So all of my people over here on YouTube, all of my people on the gram, Aaron, I'm about to get you up here too, cause I got a good topic. Oh shit, my man Ray up here. What up, Ray? Damn, Aaron ain't come back in yet.
He'll be here.
What up, Will? So this is the question I wanted to propose to everybody on YouTube, everybody on Instagram, because we always talk about training and shooting, because that's what we do. A lot of us eat, sleep, and breathe this, right? But some of us don't. And and this is definitely okay. But the problem we're here to talk about tonight is overconfident and undertrained. Overconfident and undertrained. Because I know some people to be like, man, I don't got to shoot that much. I got a staccato. And it sound good. That's cute. That's cute. But are you ready to put some work in? Oh yeah, all my folks here on YouTube, y'all want to tap into these lives, tap into the posts, because the giveaways are coming. And
what giveaway?
we're gonna be giving away all types of stuff over here on the YouTube channel. Yes, sir. Especially because we're talking about 2011s, right?
Right.
I'm just saying. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Y'all should be tapping into these lives. We might be doing whatever. We might give away a pew. Who knows? But overconfident and undertrained. Hey man, that's how you gotta be. Always ready to put work in. Because we see so many people that's like, I'm good, I'm good. Oh yeah, thanks Dave, thanks. So it's one of those things that we have so many people, right? They feel they're good because you practice or you pass the qualification or you practice. And I've seen people targets and they be like, I'm good, man. I had a great practice today. And I look at the target, I thought they were shooting with shotgun with all the holes all over the place. I said, oh, that was handgun? They said, yeah. I said, oh, I thought you were shooting buckshot or birdshot. So what do y'all think the balance is so you're not overconfident and undertrained, but where you had that balance where there he is. You said Aaron was gonna come.
Yep.
I knew he was gonna come back because he was in here earlier. But where's that balance, y'all? Aaron, I know you got something to say about this one. Overconfident and undertrained.
Oh my lord. We can do this shit all night.
Yes, we can.
Overconfident and undertrained. 99% of the world.
Yeah. And it's like, I was just saying earlier, I don't know if you heard it, Aaron, but I was asking somebody, I was like, yeah, man, you hit the range. I like, man, I ain't got to train like that. I got a staccato. I said, oh, okay. All right.
That answer.
like
He's one of those guys, I just throw money at the problem.
Right. Like, that's the solution. I don't got to practice. I just spent $4,500 on a gun.
Yeah, the staccato gonna do all the work for me.
Right. So when somebody break in, you better tell that shit to get up and shoot and see what happens.
No bullshit. You better hope the staccato is awake and ready.
Right. You can watch Transformers one too many times and you've been led astray.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you know what's crazy? It's crazy that you said that about Transformers because I've come across a lot of people who, when they watch a bunch of movies, they think they know everything without any training.
100%. And listen,
Crazy.
Like,
and this
how
is
many
the
times
thing.
we've seen people like running around in the open range trying to act like they John Wick, turning their gun sideways, rolling, doing this, that, and third, trying to do a backflip. And
Get your ass up. Get your ass up. You ain't gonna never do that in real life. And you
Yo,
right.
probably end up when the shots go off, you probably gonna freeze.
that
My thing
part,
is, you do all that dumb
that
shit, you
part.
gonna get shot. You ain't going up against a bunch of stormtroopers.
You ain't Keanu Reeves. You ain't finna do no cool shit. You gonna do what most people do. You gonna freeze or throw a bunch of shots and have no idea where the fuck they're going.
100% accurate.
Yeah, but
That,
That's the only accuracy you gonna
that
have.
super high confidence with very little training, like especially where we from, is very, very, very persistent. Like you see that shit
yeah.
everywhere. I just had, I don't know if y'all remember a couple of lives ago I said this. It was a point where I had regular guys. When I say regular guys, I'm talking about just like people who don't train to the level that we train to. And I
Mm-hmm.
had
Right.
regular people some, I can outshoot you on the range. I'll bet whatever.
Yeah.
Like the
That sounds
fuck
like
would
easy
you
money,
think?
bro.
I like donations. I gotta go fund me.
Right.
Shit, niggas gotta go fund
Right.
me. Like I don't understand, man. We don't go in nobody else's field of expertise. I don't go telling all-star quarterbacks I can outthrow them. I don't go telling fucking NBA
Right.
stars I dunk on them. Why do y'all come in this field thinking that y'all can fuck with us? Leave us alone.
And then this is one of the very few fields that's pretty much life or death. So it's like,
Yeah,
Exactly.
and it's sad because the staccato argument is even worse because I've seen staccatos outshot by Glocks, depending on who's behind both guns.
Thank
yeah,
you. Because I've actually had to do that to somebody. I'm like, bro. He's like, man, what you. He's like, I get it. You got a Glock, but I got a staccato. I said, all right, let's shoot a mag and see who group is tighter. And he was
my
like,
thing
okay.
is,
And I shot support hand.
Let's come from the holster and see who died first.
Oh, see, that's it.
I guarantee you, I hit that target before you do. I don't give a fuck what the gun say on the box. If you can't get to that motherfucker, it's a paperweight if you can't get to it.
Right.
but staccato and
Don't matter.
tactical.
Stadero.
Stadito.
I don't give a fuck. You can't get to Mr. Your $4,200, you can't get to it.
That listen.
Now, if you put that $4,200 into training, then you might be able to shoot like me.
Then you could be yeah. Listen,
man. I like me with a high point. I ain't gonna lie. I like me with a high point.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell
I take
you.
me with a high point over untrained anybody with a staccato any day of the week.
Facts.
Any day of the week. And anybody who don't like it, we can test this theory. I got $1,000 per round. Let's do it. Let's put our money where our mouth is. It doesn't work that way, man.
Look, get y'all GoFundMe together.
This one of them fields where hard work's beat talent any day of the week. You might be gifted. You might be one of the people who just organically pick up the space and learn it well and adapt well and all that cool shit. You might be one of the people who, things just come easy to me, right? But you got to put the time in. I don't give a fuck
100%.
how easy come to you. You got to put the time in. There's very few people who just pick up a gun and they just got it. I have yet to see.
Because there's one thing I always say, always, shooting is a perishable skill. It's not like riding a bike.
100%.
And I got thousands of hours in, and there's still moments where I go to the range and I'm like, and to my standard, let me preface, to my standard, I'm like, damn, I'm shooting like shit.
And see,
look,
look,
you might be shooting better than 99% of the people out there.
Right. My threshold is kind of high though. Like I hold myself to if I can't put the bullet on top of the last bullet, on top of the last bullet, on top of the last bullet, I feel like I'm shooting bad.
And see,
most people not going to the range and even thinking like that.
And see, this is the thing. I'm sure we've all had those days where we leave. I be looking at the target like, damn. And somebody look at you, that's your target. Like, yeah, man, rough day today, man. I'm off. And they be looking at you crazy, like, what?
It's crazy.
If that's off, I take your off day any day. But like, you had that shit if you want it.
I just was on live with Nate. We was talking about how we, when we did all of our qualifications and shit, they made us reshoot a couple of them. They like, y'all didn't shoot and all of the correct amount. I'm like, I shot all the rounds. They're just all in the same spot.
Yep.
They're there. They're just all in the same spot. Well, we need you to y'all know the plate. They're like, we need you to scatter some shots so we can count them. They made me reshoot the shit. Who the fuck wants to? It's like if you undertrain, man, just have the confidence that matches your level of training. And if you have no training, respectfully, shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hate when people force you to water yourself down just so they can count the shots. Like, what were you doing when I was shooting?
And see, this is the thing, right? I had an instructor that was on that, right? We was on the range together, and he
Yo, what's
was
up,
like,
Amy?
and it was a 50 shot qual, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was running it. He was just in there. We were talking, and so he hung out while I did it. And he said, "Man, I would make this guy shoot again." I said, "Why?" And he said, "Cause it's just one hole in the target." He said, "So how can you know all of the shots there?" I said, "Okay." I said, "So how many shots would you roughly say it took to make that hole there?" He said, "I would say 15 to 20." I said, "Okay."
Damn.
I said, "So you say 15 to 20 to make that asshole?" He said, "Yeah." I said,
That's a
"So
big ass hole. Everything's
by
going
your
through there after that.
assumption, you think somebody would be that accurate to put 15 to 20 shots in that same area and then miss an entire 30?" And he was
15 to
like,
20 rounds is a big ass hole in the target.
"Yeah, it's like the size of a fist." And he's like, "Well, I see what you're saying, but how can you count it?" I said, "Statistically speaking, what would be the odds of you messing up after you just said approximately 15 to 20 shots for a hole that big? For you
You
to
know
be
how much of
that
your nerve you have to
consistent,
lose?
and just fall apart and miss 30 shots, that's
Like,
crazy."
you know how much of your nerve you would have to lose after that to miss
What's up, Amy?
consistently?
What's
Yeah,
up,
that's just
Pat?
Like,
absurd.
What's up,
right.
Josh?
That's just that doesn't
15
happen.
shots. So
And this,
you think I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like, and then it just fell out.
wait,
But you know what though? That also
angry over
speaks to
what
the level
word?
of the instructor too.
Angry over what word?
You heard me?
Nah, it's the instructor too. But then this is another
Yeah.
thing. But that same thing of overconfident and undertrained.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that also tells you the level of ability of the instructor if they have to see every shot to count it to make sure that it's correct.
Exactly, because then that mean then I be wanting to know because I was curious. I said, "Hey man, you practicing today?" He said, "Nah, I'm done. I'm just hanging out." Cause I definitely wanted to see this man shoot.
It's ridiculous.
But this is another the
And
overconfident and undertrained, right?
they came and looked at my target.